Welcome! When your morning alarm goes off or the sun rises, do you feel tired as if you haven't slept at all, rather than feeling rested? If you are over 60, you may be inclined to accept this as a natural consequence of aging. However, I have some good news and some bad news for you. The bad news: this fatigue is not normal. The good news is, the reason is probably not your bed or your age, but rather 3 critical mistakes you make right before bed without even realizing it. In this guide, we'll identify these habits that sabotage your sleep one by one and discuss the scientific ways to wake up energized in the morning. If you're ready, let's start getting your sleep back. Before we begin, an important reminder for your health. The information and recommendations shared in this video are intended solely for educational and lifestyle purposes. It is a scientific fact that sleep changes after the age of 60. Expecting to fall asleep as soon as you lay your head on the pillow, as you did in your youth, can lead to disappointment. Research shows that as we age, the deep sleep phase shortens and sleep becomes more fragile. So, your sleep is now much more sensitive to noise, light, and even a sip of tea you drink. That's precisely why those small mistakes you could tolerate when you were young can now ruin your entire night. So, what is the biggest enemy that disrupts this delicate balance? We'll get into the details shortly. Waking up tired in the morning is not just about feeling a little sluggish. Especially in older age, poor sleep quality can pave the way for blood pressure imbalances, memory problems, and even an increased risk of falls. When your body can't repair itself overnight, it can cause your immune system to underperform during the day. So, correcting the 3 mistakes we'll discuss in this video can be critically important not only for your morning mood, but also for protecting your overall health. So what are these mistakes? Perhaps many of you say, I don't drink coffee, or I go to bed early. But the mistakes we're talking about are much more insidious. One is related to an invisible wave in your bedroom. Another is related to an evening habit you think is healthy. The third is entirely a trick your mind plays on you. The moment you recognize these mistakes, you'll see how simple the solution actually is. Now, it's time to confront that sneaky enemy at the top of the list, the light and environment mistake. The first major mistake: exposure to artificial light right before bedtime. Although the lens of the eye begins to filter light differently in individuals over 60, the brain remains highly sensitive to light. Sitting in front of the TV for hours in the evening, or reading the news on your phone in bed, sends a signal to your brain that says, "It's still daytime. Stay awake." The blue light emitted by these devices can suppress the secretion of melatonin, your sleep hormone. Without melatonin, there is no deep sleep. It's important to know that as we age, our bodies naturally tend to produce less melatonin. If we destroy this already declining valuable hormone by exposing ourselves to bright lights in the evening, waking up tired in the morning is inevitable. If your home is as bright as a stadium after 9 p.m., your body cannot switch to sleep mode. Not only will you have trouble falling asleep, but the quality of your sleep may also decline. That seemingly innocent mistake many of us make, falling asleep in front of the TV. You might think, the sound helps me sleep. However, the constantly changing sound levels and light flashes from the TV can keep your brain in a semi-awake state. You think you're asleep, but your brain continues to process those sounds in the background. This can prevent you from entering the most restorative stages of sleep. The reason you feel groggy when you wake up in the morning is precisely this fragmented sleep. So what should we do? The solution is to implement a light diet. 2 hours before bedtime, turn off the main ceiling lights in your home. Use only dim, yellow-tone lamps or lampshades. Yellow and orange-tone lights mimic sunset and gently signal to your brain that it's time to wind down. This simple change alone can help maintain your melatonin levels. Another environmental factor as important as light: temperature. As you age, you may feel colder, so you might be tempted to keep your bedroom very warm. However, science says that ideal sleep occurs in a cool environment. A very warm room prevents your body temperature from dropping, which can cause you to wake up frequently. Keeping your room around 68 to 72 degrees Fahrenheit can help you fall into a deeper sleep. If you are a light sleeper, even the slightest horn sound from outside or a noise in the house can wake you up. Complete silence can sometimes be unsettling. In this case, you can benefit from what we call white noise, which consists of steady and soothing sounds. The sound of a fan or rain can mask sudden noises from outside and prevent your sleep from being interrupted. You can find countless free resources for this online. Speaking of the environment, let's not overlook your physical comfort. Have you been using the same pillow for 10 years? If your pillow doesn't properly support your neck and your mattress doesn't properly support your spine, your body will be busy searching for a comfortable position throughout the night. These micro-movements can cause you to wake up feeling like you've been beaten up. A high pillow bends your neck, and a very soft mattress causes your lower back to sag. Orthopedic support is not a luxury for those over 60, it's a necessity. It may seem like a minor detail, but the quality of your sleepwear also affects your well-being. Synthetic, non-breathable, sweat-inducing fabrics or pajamas with very tight elastic can disrupt your blood circulation and body temperature balance. Choosing cotton, loose, and breathable fabrics can help reduce night sweats and associated awakenings. Waking up with the first light of dawn is nice, but sleeping with the street light on is not. Having your bedroom pitch black is ideal for maintaining melatonin secretion. If light is coming in from outside, using blackout curtains or wearing a simple sleep mask can increase your sleep depth. Preventing light from entering your eyes helps your brain think it's still nighttime. To summarize, mistake 1 was not managing your sleep environment and lighting. We turn off the TV, dim the lights, and keep our room cool. However, even if your environment is perfect, if you put the wrong fuel in your body, the engine still won't run. Now, we come to the second and perhaps most common mistake: what we eat and drink in the evening. You may be surprised to learn what a cup of tea or a piece of fruit can do to your sleep. Our second major group of mistakes: what we consume. Here, the main culprit is usually caffeine. You might say, I don't drink in the evening, I only have a coffee at 5 o'clock. However, as we age, our metabolism slows down and it takes longer for our bodies to eliminate caffeine. Half of that 5 o'clock coffee may still be circulating in your blood at 11 p.m. This makes it harder to fall asleep or causes your sleep to become shallow. Not only coffee, but tea and green tea also contain caffeine, or theine. Those strong cups of tea you drink after dinner can stimulate your bladder and keep you awake. If you can't give up your tea habit, trying caffeine-free herbal teas such as soothing options like chamomile or lemon balm may be a safer bet for your sleep quality. The biggest complaint among individuals over 60: getting up to use the bathroom at night, nocturia. This interrupts sleep and makes it difficult to fall back asleep. The mistake is this: drinking little water throughout the day and trying to quench thirst in the evening. The solution is preloading. Consume most of your daily water intake in the morning and afternoon. Reducing fluid intake to a minimum 2 hours before bedtime may help reduce nighttime awakenings. The timing and content of your evening meal are also critical. Eating heavy, fatty, or spicy foods right before bed forces your digestive system to work overtime. If your body is busy digesting instead of resting, it becomes harder to fall into deep sleep. Additionally, the risk of reflux may increase. Ideally, you should finish eating at least 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. Going to sleep with an empty stomach, but not starving, allows your organs to rest. You may think that eating fruit in the evening is very healthy. However, sugary fruits can cause your blood sugar to rise rapidly and then drop. This fluctuation can cause you to wake up in the middle of the night or sweat. If you need a late-night snack, options that contain protein or tryptophan and keep your blood sugar more stable, such as a handful of raw almonds or a glass of warm milk, may be more suitable. A common myth: if I have a drink, I'll sleep better. Alcohol can knock you out quickly, yes, but it disrupts the quality of your sleep, suppresses REM sleep, the stage when you dream and your mind recharges, and can cause you to wake up frequently during the night. Sleep induced by alcohol is not restful sleep. This is often the hidden cause behind morning fatigue and headaches. Some medications you take may also affect your sleep. Diuretics, blood pressure medications, or certain antidepressants. If you take your medication in the evening and it disrupts your sleep, it may be a good idea to talk to your doctor about whether you can switch your medication time to the morning. Never change your medication time without consulting your doctor, but it is important to consider this possibility. We said that going to bed too full is bad, but going to bed too hungry can also disrupt sleep. Hunger stress can trigger the release of cortisol, the stress hormone, and wake you up. If your stomach is growling, a small, easily digestible snack like half a banana or a spoonful of yogurt can curb your hunger and make it easier to fall asleep. Finding the right balance is key. When discussing nutrition, it is essential to mention magnesium. Magnesium is a mineral that helps relax muscles. A deficiency can lead to muscle cramps and difficulty falling asleep. Adding magnesium-rich foods, such as green leafy vegetables and pumpkin seeds, to your diet can naturally support relaxation. When it comes to supplements, you should always consult your doctor. Let's summarize the second mistake: feeding our bodies the wrong things at the wrong time. We cut out caffeine too early, drink water during the day, and avoid heavy meals. Now we come to the third and perhaps most difficult mistake to spot. Your room is dark, your stomach is full, but you still can't sleep. Why? Because you may have programmed your mind and routine incorrectly. Here are the mental mistakes. Our third category of mistakes: bad routines. The biggest trap that comes with retirement is taking long naps during the day. Sleeping for 1 to 2 hours in the afternoon in front of the TV may seem very tempting. However, this can reduce your sleep pressure. Your body needs to accumulate a certain amount of fatigue in order to sleep at night. If you don't use up that energy during the day, you may not be able to sleep at night. Even if you take a nap, it may be best to limit it to 20 minutes and before 3 p.m. Our bodies have an internal clock called the circadian rhythm. Going to bed at 10 p.m. one night and 1 a.m. the next disrupts this clock. The body becomes confused about when to release melatonin. One of the main causes of morning fatigue is this jet lag effect. Trying to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, including weekends, synchronizes your biological clock. Routine is sleep's best friend. You got into bed but couldn't fall asleep. What do? Do you toss and turn? This is a big mistake. Every minute you spend awake in bed can create a bed equals wakefulness/stress association in your brain. If you can't fall asleep within 20 minutes, get out of bed. Go to another room, read a book in dim light, or listen to calm music. Only return to bed when you feel sleepy. Use your bed only for sleep. We can't just flip the switch when the day ends. Our minds continue to process the day's events and plan for tomorrow. Going to bed with a full mind keeps sleep at bay. Create a mind clearance routine before going to bed. Write down what you need to do tomorrow on a piece of paper. Jot down your worries. Putting it on paper sends a message to your mind. I've written this down. You don't need to think about it anymore. One reason you wake up tired may be inactivity during the day. You say, I'm tired, so I can't move. But in fact, you are tired because you don't move. Physical fatigue makes it easier to fall asleep. A light walk, gardening, or simple home exercises cause adenosine to build up in your body, which is a natural sleep aid. However, don't exercise right before bed, as this can stimulate you. Taking a warm, not excessively hot shower 1 to 2 hours before bedtime first raises your body temperature, then rapidly lowers it once you step out of the shower. This drop in temperature is a powerful biological trigger that signals to your body that it's time to sleep. It also relaxes your muscles and can help you unwind from the day's stress. This simple habit can shorten your sleep onset time. If your body is tense when you lie down in bed, you won't be able to sleep. You can try simple methods like the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, and exhale slowly for 8 seconds. This shifts your nervous system from fight or flight mode to rest and digest mode. Repeating this just 3 to 4 times can lower your heart rate and prepare you for sleep. Watching tense news or debate programs right before bed can cause your stress hormones to skyrocket. Don't bring the world's problems into your bedroom. Consume calmer, more positive or neutral content in the evening hours. A peaceful mind is a prerequisite for a peaceful body. If you're still tired, despite doing all the right things, and your partner says you snore, you may have a hidden enemy, sleep apnea. This means your breathing stops during sleep, waking you up hundreds of times without you noticing. Morning headaches and extreme fatigue can be symptoms. This is not a habit, but a medical condition and must be tested at a sleep clinic. Let's address our routine mistakes. We limit daytime sleep. Go to bed at the same time every day. Don't lie awake in bed and stay active during the day. We don't lay our heads on the pillow without clearing our minds. Once you correct these 3 main mistakes, environment, nutrition, routine, you won't believe how your body will thank you. Now let's put what we've learned together and create a sample evening routine for you. 6 p.m., eat a light dinner. 7 p.m., drink water or herbal tea instead of tea coffee. 8 p.m., turn down the TV volume and brightness and stay away from stressful news. 9 p.m., stop drinking liquids. 9:30 p.m., brush your teeth, put on your pajamas, preparation signal. Air out your room. 10 p.m., Read a book for 15 minutes somewhere other than your bed, or do some light stretching. 10:30 p.m. Your room is dark, cool, and quiet. Get into bed, do your breathing exercises, and leave the day's worries at the door. Try this routine for 1 week, and you'll feel the difference. Don't expect these changes to work miracles overnight. It may take time for your body to adjust to the new routine. You may struggle for the first few nights, which is normal. Don't give up. Sleep is a matter of habit, and good habits take time to build. Be patient with yourself and your body. You are worth it. Which of these mistakes are you making? Or are there other methods you've tried and found beneficial that we haven't mentioned? Please share them in the comments. Your experiences could guide thousands of people watching this video. Learning from each other is just as valuable as this video. I will read each of your comments. If you like the video, please subscribe. In our next video, we'll discuss why you cough when drinking water.